everybody, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a back bend. So the only thing you will need to be able to do is a bridge. The easiest way is laying on your back with your knees like this. Put your arms by your ears and then you just push up. And there's also so many forms you could be in a bridge, but yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. Okay, so before you attempt a back bend, you will probably want to stretch out a little bit. So the first one, you can lay on the ground and then push up like this. And you should feel a stretch in your back when you're doing this. And also you could do this in different ways. Like if you put your arms more out here, then it stretches like your back like right here more. But the closer you get, the lower you'll stretch your back. Like now I'm stretching here, and now I'm stretching here. So it kind of changes like the way you're stretching your back. But if you go like on your fists, then you can stretch even lower on your back. And I would suggest going through like all like the different lengths that your hands are out, because it helps stretch more of your back. Also, if you don't feel a stretch here, you can lean back further or like bend your legs in, and that also helps. So now we're going to quickly stretch our wrists because you're going to need them for doing your bridge and back bend. So you can just roll them out and then put them in front of you. I'll show you that side so you can see. And then you kind of gently do this, and then this way too, just to like loosen them up a little bit and make sure that you won't injure them. And you could also roll your ankles, which is helpful to loosen up your ankles, so you also won't get an injury in your ankles. So now that we are all stretched out, we gotta actually try the trick. So I'm gonna try to show you what it looks like. It's probably the best I'm gonna get, so you won't see all of me, but you'll see most of me. So you kind of just put your arms by your ears, and then you bend back. And that's pretty much what it looks like. So now I'm going to give you some tips on how to actually do it. So first of all, keep your arms by your ears the whole time. Some people kind of, when they go back, they kind of go like out. I don't know how to explain it, but like they kind of go like out a little bit more rather than just straight up. And that's fine if it helps you, but it's not the best form. But for now, we don't really need to worry about form. And when you're first starting, it's better to keep your feet pretty wide apart, so then like you're like kind of, you know, more planted in the ground, because you're more likely to fall like this because you don't have like as much like, I don't know, structure and stuff. So bend your knees and also push your hips forward when you're doing back bend. Don't just like go like, I don't know what to do, but don't just like fall backwards. Okay, so now that we know, bend your knees and put your legs decently far apart, not too far though, because then it'll make it a little bit harder. And then get like a high object to fall onto. Doesn't really matter what it is, but it helps if you have something higher to fall onto, so it's like less of falling down. Another tip is trying to like walk down the wall, like going into a back bend. If it helps, you could put something like soft, like a pillow down on the ground or something like that. So you put it down on the ground, so if you fall, you won't fall on your face and like get hurt and stuff. But I'm just gonna show you how to do it. hips forward, knees bent. And that is what it looks like doing it like that. When you're going back into the back bend, push your hips forward, knees bent, feet pretty far apart. Make sure you arch your back. Don't just like go straight back like that. Like you gotta arch it and your head back a little bit. As you're doing it, I'll just show you. Because if you don't arch your back, it is very easy to hurt yourself. And arching your back kind of gives you a little bit more balance. You can do it slow or fast because it doesn't really matter the speed. But also, another tip is when you're going back in the back bend, just try to go on your hands. Just focus on your hands, making it to the ground. Yeah, it made it so much easier for me. Just, that's all you have to focus on. And also, some people it helps if you look at your hands, or like me, you could just look forward, that's what I do. But looking at your hands could help for some people. But just try to make sure that your hands go to the ground. And sometimes going slow might help. Also, when you're going into the back bend, make sure you don't like bend your arms. Like, it's fine if they do like, you know, like a little bend for the impact, but make sure they don't go like to here, because if the ground was here, then that would hurt your head. So yeah, make sure you keep your arms straight as possible. And that is all the tips that I have for you today, and you kind of just gotta trust yourself. It does help if you do it onto a higher surface or down the wall, and practicing it more and more will hopefully get you more comfortable with it. Anyways, bye!